Welcome to my video. In today's video, I am going to be explaining to you how you can start to heal your inner child. And if you stay right until the end, I am going to be sharing with you a very fun exercise that you can start practicing as of today to start seeing big results immediately. But before I get into that, I am just going to quickly share with you a story that I was reading that kind of became the inspiration for this video. When I started to study the inner child and look at the way in which our own inner child affects us and the way we are as adults, I came across this newspaper article. It was all about elephants that are raised in captivity. And basically, elephants who are raised in captivity, what happens to them is the second that they are born, they pretty much, they're taken away from their mothers and they have a piece of rope put around their neck and they're attached to a fence or, whatever it is, something solid to prevent them from escaping, right? And naturally, this tiny baby elephant, what it will do is it will be pulling on this piece of rope, and the rope will cut their neck, and it will cause a lot of discomfort and pain, no doubt, for them. So after a while, they stop trying because the rope, it's too painful and it's just causing them more and more irritation. So they don't bother. The rope's too strong, it's very thick, and they just think, oh, well, there's no point, right? Now, as they get older and they get bigger and they get stronger, they've still got this piece of rope attached around their neck. And the interesting thing of all is that when they get to the size of a fully grown elephant, even in the face of danger, whether it be, an animal attacking them or a human being beating them, whatever, I don't even want to think about, the possibilities, because it's horrible. But even in a life or death situation, that elephant that's fully grown and so powerful, so strong, you've seen an elephant, you know how big they are, it won't even occur to them that they can snap that piece of rope. Even though you and I know better and know that if it was between that big elephant and that piece of rope, which one is stronger? Of course, that rope doesn't stand a chance. It would snap just like that. But the elephant doesn't believe that it's possible, because from birth it's had that experience of trying and not being able to break free. When I read that, I thought how it was weird, because it was a sad article to read, but it was also a very enlightening one, because as human beings, when we are raised from birth, we are told so many different stories, and we have so many beliefs and opinions and experiences projected onto us. And because we're young and because we're naive, we're innocent, we don't know any better, we haven't got any real emotional maturity, we just accept all of what we're being told, what we're being given, what we're being exposed to. Although, just imagine for a moment, if you could wake up tomorrow and all of the past kind of negative stories, beliefs, experiences, things in your life right from birth that you have had projected onto you, that you have been a part of. Imagine being able to push all of that to one side and think, you know what? I can break free from whatever I want, any kind of situation that's not quite what I want it to be right now, any kind of negative experience that I keep experiencing and repeating in my life. It doesn't matter about all of that. Whatever's happened in the past, whatever perspective I've had up until now, I can get rid of it and I can remove it, and I can be, do or have anything that I choose, because I am my own person and I have hopes and I have dreams, and I'm good enough to achieve every single one. Imagine if you could start every single day from that starting point. How powerful would that be? If you could believe in all of your dreams wholeheartedly, and not only that, but also know and have the faith and the confidence to believe that the universe, God, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, was there to assist you every single step of the way. And to actually see life more like a game, like almost, being a child and fantasizing about what they're gonna, have for Christmas, what Santa's gonna deliver. Imagine just being able to step into that mindset and live from that kind of energy and vibration, open heart, open mind. How closer do you think you would move? How much progress do you think you would be making towards all of those dreams that you have had for quite a long time now? When I started to really play with these concepts, and through the studying that I've done and through the research that I've done with the inner child, I can honestly say that things for me started to move and shift immediately. When I started to heal my inner child and really repair all of the traps that I'd sort of felt I'd been enclosed in when it came to relationships, when it came to career, money, all these kind of circumstances and experiences that had sort of forced me down this particular one-way system. When I started to break free from all of that, my life just changed beyond all recognition. I'll give you an example of what I mean here, just to give you a better understanding. When we are children, we are told, a lot of us, when we go out with our parents, behave yourself, don't make a lot of noise, be quiet, just only speak when you're spoken to, don't draw unnecessary attention to yourself, and behave, be good, yeah? Say please, say thank you, mind your manners, and don't make a nuisance of yourself, okay? And usually it's like when we go to social engagements, parties, things like that. And of course, being little, we go, all right then, and we might cause a bit of mischief, but generally speaking, we just do what our parents say. Otherwise, we know that they're not going to be happy with us and we're going to sort of have to face the consequences. And we learn that very quickly. So what happens is, as we're growing up, being told, be quiet, behave yourself, be polite, do this, do that, only speak when you're spoken to. This starts to create a perception in our mind that says, I need to watch what I say when I'm in public, when I'm around other people, when I'm in society. I need to choose my words carefully, and I need to just kind of filter the way in which I express myself. Now, when we're adults, of course, when we're at work, when we are in relationships, when we have situations where perhaps we need to speak up and speak out and share what we are feeling with others, this conditioning and this pattern that's going on in our subconscious says, be careful what you say. You shouldn't say that, you shouldn't do this, you should act like that. And just basically don't rock the boat, okay? So yes, to a degree that's a good thing, but on the flip side, a lot of us do suffer from confidence issues. I know, in the past this has been a big issue for me, where I have felt uncomfortable about speaking up and requesting certain things, or just speaking my mind, or sharing ideas, especially in the work environment as a manager, and just feeling like, should I say this or should I not? Being shy of my own opinion. This is the kind of programming that I'm referring to when it comes to how we communicate with the rest of the world, and when we are expressing our needs to others. These kind of beliefs and these kind of patterns that we have been exposed to from birth, it does have a negative impact on us. So if there are certain areas in your life right now that you do feel and believe need healing, and you believe that there is a part of you that is not as confident and that is not as assertive as it could be, there's this spirit within you that wants to come up and wants to be the true person you really want to be, but there's all this other stuff that's happening in the background preventing that. That's probably one of the reasons why, is because as a child, somewhere at some point, you were told, and again, this isn't about blaming your parents and saying they're bad and they shouldn't have done this or they shouldn't have done that. Remember, our parents can only teach us what they themselves know, okay? But on the flip side, it's about observing and thinking, okay, so if I'm getting this particular situation coming up in my life and I want to break free from this, a bit like that elephant with that bit of rope around its neck, how can I do that? The key to bringing all of this together for yourself is to today or tomorrow, when a situation arises that's quite negative for you, and it's a circumstance, let's say communication, using that as a perfect example, where there's a certain unfolding that keeps repeating itself, maybe at work, and someone is, your manager, let's say, is being rude to you, or they're just quite bossy and you don't like the way they speak to you and it's quite disrespectful. A situation like that, where normally you would not express yourself, you wouldn't really stand up for yourself or be assertive as deep down you could be, what I would like you to do is to observe the situation, replay it in your mind, almost see yourself as a bystander, and think, okay, right, what is the outcome that I am looking to achieve here? It might be a good idea to actually, first of all, allow the situation to unfold, be aware of it, take note of, okay, this is what they say, this is what I say, this is what I do, this is how they react, or this is how I react, and so on and so on. And then play it through in your mind like a movie, or write it down even, and think, okay, these are the details. If I was to just chop and change certain things, the way I stand, what I say, the reaction that I give, or what I say in response to what they're telling me, play with the details. And I promise you, even just the slightest little adjustment is going to make all the difference in the dynamics of that situation and the way that the other person or people start to respond to you. The reason being is because you yourself are adjusting, you are playing, and you're actually chopping and changing everything. So it's impossible to do that and to not have any kind of impact on the outcome. When you start to do this, you will see just how much power you have. Like, imagine that elephant. If that elephant thought, right, I'm gonna just tug a little bit on that bit of rope just to see, just to try, it hasn't worked before, but you know what, I'm gonna see what happens if I just pull a little bit, just a tiny little bit. And that elephant did. Within a matter of minutes, that elephant would think, shit, I can actually break this bit of rope, and I can be off and I can be running for the hills. Okay? And that is exactly what this is about. This is about you taking back your power and you healing your inner child and really starting to basically throw everything up in the air, but in a good way, in a positive way that helps you to start seeing just the amount of options and opportunities that are truly open to you, ones that perhaps up until now you haven't even considered. When you start doing this, I swear, honestly, everything in your life is going to start to unfold in ways that even you can't imagine, because you are opening yourself up to new ways of thinking. And in terms of the universe and the powers that be, you are going to start to see these opportunities everywhere. You are going to start seeing people, circumstances, almost like a game where you're going to think, right, isn't it going to be fun now if I just do this, or if I just try that, and let's see what happens. And you are going to start to become the person that you were born to be, because what will happen is that inner child within you is going to come out, and it is going to want to play. It is going to want to have fun. And that is what this is all about. I think that, healing the inner child, it has to be like really sort of depressing, and you have to go through a lot of tears and all this negative emotion in order to really truly heal. Yes, to a degree, there might be a little bit of discomfort that comes up at times, but most of all, this is fun. This is a fun process. You are gonna amaze yourself. I promise you. Very quickly, you will start amazing yourself. So try this for me today. And I would love it for you to share any experiences that you have with this. Please do comment in the video below, because I would love to hear the results that you're getting. When I've done this with my clients, and when I've done it for myself, as I mentioned earlier in the video, words alone cannot describe the impact that it has on yourself, on other people in your life, how it boosts your relationships, how it gives you back a sense of freedom and self-respect, and the results that you're getting, the shifts that you're making, the confidence that you are starting to build. Honestly, I could talk about this all day, but go ahead, try it, give it a go. The truth is that we have so much power within us. We have so much to offer and to give to the world. When we start to believe in that, and we start to release the past and let go of all the crap that's happened before, and all the things that we might have been told or had programmed into us, when we let it all go and we think today is a new day and I'm going to be the person I want to be, everything starts to shift and change. Everything. We buy so much into what other people tell us and the circumstances that we find ourselves in, but it really doesn't have to be that way, and it doesn't have to be that way for you. If you would like to know more about my own personal story and how I've used this exact technique to heal my own inner child, and also speed up the results using the law of attraction, then please do click the link below, because it will tell you all of that, plus many more techniques that you can start using today. A very specific process, in fact, that is miraculous and will help you to achieve all of what it is that you're wanting and heal your inner child for good, so that you can break free and you can be the person that you dream of being, plus so much more than that. Things that you haven't even considered yet will start making their way into your life. So click the link below for more. Until next time, take care, and I look forward to speaking with you again very, very soon.